Got a cool package here from my buddy Lee over at Criterium Racer channel. I highly suggest you check him out if you have not. He's got a awesome Eddie Matthews PC. He's an Eddie Matthews super collector. Also, his main PC is Bob Euchre, which I think is pretty cool. In fact, he just gave away a graded Bob Euchre Veni the other day in this prize contest, pardon me, that he just held recently, which I won one of the prizes, one of the three prizes in the contest, which is this. So this came from Lee in the contest he just did, and I won the packs of Goonies cards, and somebody else won the Bob Euchre, and somebody else also won an Eddie Matthews SGC card, which was just beautiful, 54 tops. I highly suggest you check out his channel. He's just got such a vast array of interesting and unique and cool pickups. The giveaways he does are extremely generous, unbelievable. And I mean, you're giving away a Bob Euchre Veni. There can't be very many of those out there. So I'm eager to get into this. But I wanted to give his channel a shout out. And the stuff he gets into is just, it's really interesting. You never know what you're going to get. He's got an awesome wax pack collection. He's really gotten into the non-sports stuff. I want to say probably the last year or so. Most that I've seen of what he's getting is non-sports. But there's also, or lately anyways, but he also is very heavy into vintage baseball. And the vintage baseball stuff he collects and picks up is really cool as well. I highly suggest you check him out. And he also has a side PC of celebrity autographs, and he does them based on, movies or other kind of themes. And I like doing graded themes. When I grade cards, I like to do them in themes a lot of times. So that resonates with me as well. So anyway, that's 2 minutes of me talking. But I needed to give that man a shout out because his channel is highly worth watching. And, I consider him a buddy in the hobby. And, man, this was generous. So this is cool. So I'm going to open up this live just like how he does it. So, and you live down south. But if you do, you know what this is all about with the dust. So this is how the packages come down here. Very dusty. I feel sorry for those UPS guys and FedEx guys. It's just covered in dust. You see them sometimes at the end of the day. They're literally covered in dust. PSA boxes here, I reckon. Whoa. Lee, you have outdone yourself, evidently, here. Wow. I saw 2 packs. I saw 2 packs in the video. What on earth? You are a generous man, Lee. I cannot believe this. Wow. The Crow Dark Crystal. Baby. I remember opening these as a kid from the super packs they had. Tops had the big bags that were just full of packs. I remember pulling some baby cards, the baby dinosaur. Wow. Pro set music cards. 21 Jump Street. Robin Hood. Bingo. Unbelievable. That's Pacific. Wow. Never even seen those. New Kids on the Block. Unbelievable. This is crazy. The Cyndi Laupers. You even got Hulk Hogan cards and wrestler cards in there. That's crazy, man. Buck Rogers. Wow, this is from the 70s. That's 1979 there. Now, Lee, I think I ripped the packs. I'm not a pack collector, so these are going to have to get ripped. At least most of them. Ninja Turtles. Wow. So that was Dick Tracy, by the way. Ninja Turtles. I don't believe I've ever opened any of that. And here's the Goonies packs. These are just awesome. I was thinking about buying some packs of these for a while because I like I like the character cards and the actor cards, and I been picking up the Josh Brolins. In fact, I have 2 Josh Brolins at SGC right now, and had another one come back in 8.5 that I graded earlier. Wow, unreal, man. 1990 Fleer. 1986 Tops baseball. These are baseball. Is that 89 Donruss? 89 Donruss. Mega Metal. Bonja. Oh, nice. Nice. What year is this one? I don't recall what year this. Oh, 1991 Impel. That's what it was. So I've heard of these, but I've never opened these or anything. You even got Billy Squire in there, Robert Plant, Iron Maiden, Slaughter, Skid Row. That's far out. And then the Olympic cards. I remember my dad buying some of these. So I've seen these anyways. I don't know if I've opened any. Wow, Lee, my man, that is just crazy generous. I may as well just go get into ripping them. Let's rip them. Why not? Let's rip some packs. Let's see what we get. It's so funny. There's literally a layer of dust. There's a layer of dust on my kitchen counter from the package. It has nothing to do with Lee. Lee sends out clean packages. But when you're out in farmland, I don't know anybody who lives out in farmland, when you get a package, man, it is dirty, it is dusty, and you can literally shake it and just, it's like Pigpen from the Peanuts gang, just pa. It's like a cloud of dust comes off of it. Well, all right. I'm just gonna. I can't resist. I gotta open some packs. I don't have money to buy packs anymore, and when I do, I'll buy the cheap non-sports stuff that I can get, and I try to grade it and collect certain actors and stuff like that. So let's see what we get. 1990 Fleer. I guess you're looking for Larry Walker. I'd be looking for Larry Walker. Well, there's a Dave Justice rookie right there on the back. That's pretty cool. I think that's a rookie, or was it 89? For some reason, I don't remember that. I think he had a 90 Tops trade, so I want to say this is a rookie. Well, that's cool. That's cool right off the bat. Very underrated player, and you'll be surprised. Look up Dave Justice's career stats. You'll be shocked. And then, see, these are the printed in USA. They also have a Canadian version of these, so check your 90 Fleers. Sometimes they're printed in Canada. Gives them a premium. We're looking for the Juan Uribe. Kidding. There's also the Dave Martinez with the 90, the Fleer, the 1990 is in yellow. And I actually pulled one of those with my dad as a kid. And we don't know where it is. Brian Holman. And I'm a Hall of Fame rookie card collector. So Lee Smith, there's a Hall of Famer. Don Paul. Yeah, I remember these. This is a cool design going back. I actually kind of like this. I wish they would have had who would have the rookie cards in 1990 that they missed? Frank Thomas was in the update. I want to say they missed somebody, didn't they? 1990 Fleer. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I might be thinking of 91. I know 91 Tops missed Pedro Martinez and Mike Messina, and that was just kind of crazy. Jeffrey Leonard. Hey, there it is. The epic card, the uncorrected error that people try to sell for $100. There it is. That's an eBay legend right there. The Jose Uribe. That's awesome. Kent Merker. Eddie Murray, my man. Love some Eddie Murray. Larry Sheets. Billy Doran. Walt Weiss, Rookie of the Year winner. And then David Justice. So this is a huge card back in the day. That was an awesome card to pull back in the day there. All right, man. We'll do the baseball first. Or just whatever this pile is here. This is fun. This is great. Thanks, Lee. This is cool, man. Should have an SGC order. Oh, I shouldn't be ripping the packs, man. I could give these the pack collectors. You got a Donnie baseball on the back. Far out, man. Yeah, I got an SGC order, and I'm about to put another one out. Send another one out tomorrow. But I should have a video to do tomorrow or the next day for the SGC. Mike Smithson. I remember this is the first box of cards I ever bought was 86 Tops. Man, they're just almost impossible to get nice cards out of these sets. These are sweet looking, sharp. Danny Darwin. I remember that card. Manny Trio. I don't even think I've handled any 80 base 86 tops since being a kid. Daryl Strawberry, awesome. That's a cool image. I remember that one. So I don't recall if I tried to put this set together, but I know I built the 87, 88, and 89 at one point. Leon Durham. Frank Pino. I don't like to shuffle my cards much. Barry Bonnell. There's the Donnie Baseball. Two pretty cool cards right on the back there. The packs. And then these, yes. Sometimes these have variations on them. It's kind of odd. But I wonder if there's any additional value to certain ones. Brian Dayette. Pardon me, this is all just right off the cuff here, and I'm just kind of elated opening up old packs of cards that like this. I was expecting 2 packs of Goonies. I ended up getting like 14, 15, however many packs. Just ridiculous. Ridiculously generous. Junior Ortiz. That's a cool card. I like that. Mark Hill. Mike Krukow. I thought about sending in his rookie to be graded. I got a sharp copy that I pulled, 78 tops, but just not quite where I want it to be. Sid Bream. I think I could get an 8 out of it maybe, but I'm not sure it's worth it right now. And then Rick Shue. Pretty cool. All right, 89 Donruss. You know, I've never pulled. I might be able to pull a 9 through SGC out of a couple of the Griffies I have from 89 Donruss, but I've pulled so many of these Griffies from back in the day, and I've never pulled one that I would feel like is gradable, so to speak. A couple of the Donruss I think I have 2 that I may send in eventually, but I think I'd be lucky to get a 9 on them. So you got Kurt Schilling, you got Craig Biggio in here, and Randy Johnson, and man, a bunch of good stuff. These ones I feel a little more comfortable because they're just the Topps card stock. You can't shuffle those cards. You get them under 2 times magnification, and you'll see how fragile they are compared to Donruss and Fleer. Miguel Garcia, Andy Neslick, Jay Howell. I remember that card. I feel like I had 10 of that card. I feel like I was always getting that one. Alex Madrid, Gerald Clark, Matt Williams, underrated player right there. That's another guy you look at his stats and you're like, whoa, you forget how good he was. And then he won that championship as well with Arizona. Warren Spahn. He was the puzzle that year. Greg Olson rated rookie. Nice. Remember that card. Scott May. Rich Yett. Gene Nelson of the Oakland Athletics. Louis Aquino. Jerry Brown. Didn't we just pull that? I think we just pulled. We got 2 Jerry Browns today. And then the Pete Harnish rated rookie. Very cool. Got 2 rated rookies in that pack. Very nice. We got. It looks like, yeah, it's all non-sports from here on out. Man, I almost want to get some sleeves, but then video will be too long, I think. Wow, so these look kind of familiar. I don't know if, and these were 1991. Maybe these aren't the ones I was thinking they were. Iron Maiden, that's like a album cover. Bon Jovi. Kick on the red light. Here's what the back of these are. Pretty cool. And that is Nuclear Assault. That's Sebastian Bach. It's Skid Row. It doesn't look like Bach. Maybe it is some. I can't tell. King Diamond. LA Guns. Got the red light kicking there too. Robert Plant. Going solo with that crazy shirt. Another Skid Row. That's Sebastian in the front there for sure. And I think it might have been the guy in the background on the guitar, but maybe not. Maybe not. Vixen. I remember some Vixen videos. Yeah. Rockin' Ladies. Slaughter. Right on. Billy Squire. Yeah. I remember Billy Squire. He had a cringy video in the 80s. That's what I remember the most about him. Heaven's Edge. Hmm. Heaven's Edge I have not heard of. Columbia Records, huh? Interesting. Reggie Woo. So it's got some people on the back. I see. Billy Squall. Well, a lot of them. That's who it is on the front. But it's interesting how they take one of the band members and some of those. Mention them on the back. All right, I'm gonna do the. I'm opening it off camera here. Uh, these are the Olympic cards. So I think you got well, you did like Bruce Jenner in here, and I'm not sure who would be considered a rookie, but there obviously probably would be some. And I think you got like Jesse Owens, obviously, and W. Perry O'Brien, Don Schallander, the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, 64 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team, Lee Calhoun, Patricia McCormick, Tenley Albright, Colonel F. Don Miller, Jim Thorpe. I can do it all. There's Bruce Jenner. Hey, how about that? I think this is I think that's one of Jenner's first cards. I don't know for sure, but we'll set it aside. Well, that's cool. One of the ones I mentioned, that's interesting. U.S. Olympic hockey team again. 64 Olympic basketball team again here. Babe Diedrichson. And this is an autograph. No. That is Distinctive Achievements. And Tommy Kono. Looks like a pretty strong guy there. We're going to do the Goonies ones last. Because those are the ones I was expecting. I was excited about the most, obviously. The Crow ones are pretty cool too. Let's do Dick Tracy here. I don't recall ever opening a Dick Tracy pack. And is this that's O-Pee-Chee? I was gonna say that doesn't look like the tops. So this is O-Pee-Chee. Now the O-Pee-Chee should be glossy this year. So you got Madonna cards in here. You got Al Pacino. What we got? We got the Al Pacino. Unreal. Wow. So these ones, the sticker cards and the extra cards, often they get beat up by the pack, especially with the O-Pee-Chees. But this is cool. So what I'm saying is, when you buy O-Pee-Chee packs, a lot of times it's to protect the other cards, and the card in the front is kind of like, the fodder card, I guess. But so that's why sometimes when you see these in really good shape, they're worth a lot of money, because they're kind of meant to be beat up. Family outing. We got Dick Tracy there in the family. And then there's Big Boy Caprice. That's one of the cards you want. Al Pacino. I mean, he's got cards from the 70s and whatnot, but that's pretty cool. That's an O-Pee-Chee Al Pacino from, what is this, 1990, I think it was. I don't recall what year this is, but I think it's 1990 or 91 at City Hall. Got Big Boy Caprice there again. The reporters, and another cement shower. Yikes. And The Bribe. It's another Pacino card, I believe. Very interesting. But the Big Boy Caprice card, that's a big one. That's one of the cards you want to pull from that set. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this would be let's see here. I might run out of time. I hope not, but if I do, I'll just do another one. But this is the first movie here. So there is a sticker card, and that's Tatsu. So I guess you'd have Elias Koteas. So this might be the director here. I don't know who that is. Elias Koteas would probably have his first card in this set, I would reckon. I don't know who played. always have a hard time reading these through the camera. But anyway, that looks like the director in the background. I'll have to find out who the director was. Turtle Power. Phantom Rescuers. Chief Stearns. And some of these actors, I'll have to find out who they are. The Masked Vigilante. So that's Casey Jones up in the tree there. A Frozen Pizza Party. Got April. I think that was her name. And then there's the Tatsu's card. The Shredder pours it on. Now, Shredder in Part 2 is actually, Super Shredder in Part 2 is Kevin Nash. So if you buy the Part 2 packs, that's Kevin Nash's first card before he was a wrestler, I believe. Or before he was in, you know, the whatever it was, the WCW. And the new fighting method. Be careful with these Tots cards. Very cool. And Buck Rogers. Wow. I know the lady in this show was absolutely gorgeous. I cannot think of her name. But I remember as a kid thinking, wow, she's pretty. Right there up with, oh man, who'd you have back then that was really pretty? Well, definitely Daisy Duke. Olivia Newton-John. My early crushes. Oh wow, these kind of look like a little bit like the Ghostbusters design. So I see where Ghostbusters got their design from. This is cool. Let's see, Last Minute Rescue. The ships were awesome in that show. Dressed in Style. Man, these are mint. Super nice cards. Very cool. The Man Called Cain. Oh, I don't recall that actor's name. That's cool, though. If that's the main card of him, I'm definitely setting that one aside. Hey, you guys know any rock? They're rocking out, man. She's dressed for something. The robot dancing. Tweaky catches disco fever. And we got the cover card here. That's always a good thing. Very nice. I'll be sleeving most of the dark bordered cards, even if it's, you know, whatever card, doesn't matter. They're all just keep them from getting any more beat up, you know. Keep in good shape. Sorry about that, guys. Got about 6 minutes left here. Buck, a traitor. A delirious spaceman. Zap Blam Patel. Right on. And then two stickers in these. You got those ones. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, I might have to do another video. Let's do the Crow. These are cool. I had a Brandon Lee from this set. That was a pretty cool card. You also have cards of Tony Todd, and who else would be in here? Well, Ernie Hudson is, but he's also in the 89 Ghostbusters 2 set. Bangarang. This is yeah, he's seen some better days at this point. I can't remember Skank was his name, I think. And there's Brandon Lee, and he's fighting Top Dollar on the roof at that point. The Duel. Wow, this is the first time I've ever opened any packs of these. The Crow face card, that's sweet. Very nice. So these are Brandon Lee has cards in here as well, obviously. And oh man, just there's a lot of famous actors in here that have some pretty cool cards. So that's a nice one of Brandon Lee. You know, all these are cool. Well, I got to sleeve them all. That's a cool shot. Very cool shot. Tragic, this movie. I remember waiting forever for the movie to come out, and then I found out why. I was like, wow. That's been legendary ever since. This is the famous shootout. Now, I assumed that that's when he died, was during that shootout scene, but that was not the case. Actually, the guy that had the revolver, that's when he lit up his symbol. There's Ernie Hudson there, and that's when he's reunited at the very, very end. His girlfriend, Skank. All right, Dark Crystal. I found this to be a pretty cool movie back in the day. Everybody was saying it was scary and creepy. Oh wow, these are wild, kind of like game cards. But I thought it was really well done for puppetry, and I enjoyed it as a kid. I didn't find it scary at all. I don't know exactly what we'd be looking for in this, but these are cool, man. These are pretty cool. Cool to see. I love these as a kid. But it was a cool, neat story and everything. So I'm surprised you don't hear more about that movie now. That everything's dark now. So we got Baby Pack here. Oh man, this one's pretty stuck. Baby, this was a baby dinosaur movie. It was kind of I think it ended up being a flop, but I'm not sure. I don't recall who's in the movie. But I remember, I don't think I watched it as a kid, but I remember opening these packs as a kid there. Mama Gets Even, Journey to Freedom. I do not recognize him offhand. And there's Baby the robot dinosaur. Operation Save Baby. Crashing the Gates. Is Baby okay? I don't think Baby's okay. George flies into danger and besieged by natives. Well, running out of time here. Okay. Let's do the Goonies. Just to make sure we get them in here. I hope this isn't a slap in the face to you, Lee. But I love opening the packs, and I do not collect them. I don't have anywhere to display them or anything, and I like handling the cards, so I just can't resist. House of Mystery. These are awesome. These are the first packs I remember opening, at least since being a kid. It's Captain Sloth. I love it. Big Decision at the lighthouse there. Oh man, I got to be careful with these. What am I doing? Making Friends with Sloth. Looking back, easily my favorite character is Chunk. Slip sliding away. Awesome. Nice. Got a Mikey sticker. Chunk. Got the Chunk rookie. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna send this out in my order. I think. I don't think I can resist. Head on Khalid. That's great because that's Joe Pantoliano in there, and then you have I can't think of his name there. So these are good too because those actors. They're probably their first cards, and this is an interesting card because I don't think that's the makeup that they ended up with Sloth. So that's Sloth, who is oh boy, can't think of his name right now. Keep wanting to say Lyle Alzado, but it's not. Ooh, had to pause it there for a second. Wow. But his name came to me while I had to pause it there. I was not feeling very good for a second. John Matusak, former NFL player, played Sloth. So he's got a rookie card in 1970 something, 1970s tops. I think it's 1975. I need to hurry up though. I'm gonna get this in. The Escape Plan. Nice. I gotta hurry. The Goonie Pledge. Mind if I drop in? Nice. That's dated flying through the door there. The octopus, that's another one that didn't make the movie. Only in the bonus footage. Fantastic escape. That's a great scene, obviously. What scene isn't in that movie? Sloth. What's interesting? I swear that's not the final design they used on him. Don't mess with Sloth. Nice. That's when he's got Pantaleano. Hey, there's Mouth. Got a second year Corey Feldman card there for his rookies in, well, if you will, his rookies in Gremlins. Slingshot Defense. Oh no, we've had it. Mr. Funnybone. Nice. And strange looking sale. I'm going to have to call it quits there. I might film the other packs in another video, but I might not. But thank you so much, Lee. I didn't expect this to turn into a half-an-hour video. I expected it to be 2 packs. But guys, check out his channel. Great guy. Great channel. Awesome stuff. Awesome giveaways. Very generous man. Appreciate it, Lee. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all for watching. God bless.